Well, I'll just say a few things on that. First off, that is the most expensive carpal tunnel I've ever heard of. My mind is blown right now. I'm not going to, but if I screen shared right now, I could say, on Health Me, hey, let's show Chris carpal tunnel surgeries across the entire country, and you're going to find them for probably on average $3,000 to $5,000 on Health Me in every community, in every town across the country, like plus or minus a few $100s probably. And it's another one of those surgeries where I'm sure the orthopedic providers or folks who work in the orthopedic setting are listening in, or like, that's going to in-office. You don't even need an OR to do that kind of surgery in many cases anymore. And that's driving costs even further down, right? And so, yeah, those numbers are mind-blowing. But every time you look into a claims file for an employer, you're finding those numbers where it's just like, jaw-dropping and sort of sad, really, right?
Yeah.
And you're right, the quality is probably often better outpatient. It's certainly no worse than in a hospital setting, right? And the savings are just astonishing. A lot of the times, too, you will find that it could even be the same doctor, right? You're just shifting that venue of care out of a hospital-owned facility to a outpatient, and that alone is great. So what you want to be able to do, though, is have the right member engagement strategy on the front end, where before that member even enters into any sort of care pathway, they're engaging with the navigator or a patient advocate saying, hey, I'd like to understand what my benefit is, and get your recommendations on where I should go and who I should see for this, so that I don't end up in the wrong facility or in the sort of with an out-of-pocket expense that I don't want to have to incur. And that's where I find the power of navigation to be most compelling, right? Where if you form the right relationship with your members on the front end, if there's the right advocacy, if there's the right education and engagement, like, your member is going to know, oh, let me call my care navigation team and let them know that my hand's been bothering them and that I've seen my primary care provider and they're recommending I go see an orthopedic professional. Let me do that before I just go see any orthopedic professional, so that it all starts right from the very beginning.